Oh, so I'm going around today and I'm checking camera cards. I'm phasing away from conventional cameras over to cellular cameras, which is really the way to go. You want to stay out of your areas, you know, and that does include not boogering the does, not just the bucks. But you can see here they're starting to scrape, and that's normal. Usually about mid-October, you want to move your cameras over scrapes, but you can see there's a hoof print in the center of that, and it's small, so this is probably a yearling buck working this. So yeah, move on to the next camera. It's kind of nice when you can buzz around the field at 12, 13 miles an hour. Plus, when you're on a machine, you're not leaving any human scent at all. I don't even get off the four-wheeler if I'm pulling cards. It's kind of critical if you're talking bucks that aren't from your area. We call those contender bucks. And there should be some scrape activity up here. Okay. Yeah. That's light scraping. It'll pick up though by the weekend. Now most scrapes I don't hunt over. Most scraping activity by bucks is done at night. You know, unless you're way back in the woods somewhere. When scrapes are active, they'll usually check them. They have to check them at least once every 24 hours. After a rain, they'll refresh those scrapes. So, yeah. Yeah, and you can see here, it's one of them screw-in things you use to tie your dog in the yard, small dog. And then I use a rope here, hold the branch down, train the branch to grow down. Another thing I could do is just cut off that rope and just hang it off this branch, you know, yay high off the ground, and they'll use that for a scent stick. This is actually the camera that caught the trespasser last year. Well, the first one, I should say. He was on a couple of the cameras. Let me just put it to you like that. If you're going to get conventional cameras, I recommend the Brownings for the price and the quality. You know, this camera was under $100 and it takes great pictures. Alright, here's one of the cell cameras that I have set up, and I am going to have to get off the wheeler because I noticed that even when I have it turned on a medium sensitivity, that I'm getting goldenrod blowing into it and it's picking it up. So I got to break some of this off. And yes, I'm leaving scent, but yes, it is the October lull, so I'm not as worried about it as I normally would be. And I may actually move that camera when I come back pulling from other cards. That's a Spy Point Link, and it's got the built-in solar pack on it. I paid $200 for this. I'm sure if you look online you can get them for $150. Very easy to set up. Took me about maybe 4 or 5 minutes to set it up and get it going. See, here's another example. We got an overhang here, and I come back in a week, this will probably be all scraped out. Yeah, this is another Browning. This is an older version. Still works like a charm though. You just want to delete your files of what you had on that card. I used all my conventionals are Brownings, so they're fully compatible. And check your battery status too. This is at 85%, so I am good to go. You get under 51% and your flashes won't work properly at night, so that's something to consider. So I'm back at this camera and I have a decision to make. I can either keep it here and try to catch them walking by on this basically tractor trail, or I can move it to a spot where I know they should be coming out. I think that's what I'm actually going to do. Fortunately, I don't have, or I should say I didn't bring anything to, yeah, that needs broke, and that needs broke, and that needs broke, and that needs broke. Stupid foxtail. And there's the stand. So, got the camera, it goes right to my phone. And the stand right there. I've shot, probably in the last 6 years, I've probably shot 5 bucks out of this. I shot the best buck of my life out of that stand actually in 2015. So yeah. I'll get this moved to a more relevant location. Shift and go. And you can see there's yet another opportunity for a scrape. Yeah, they're not active yet. We're a few days away. Hopefully I can get this stupid thing in the ground. I believe this is what I'm gonna want. Oh, that ground's hard as a rock. Ooh, so is that. We haven't had much rain lately. Which, you know, crap. Of course, they stoned this field, so they're stoned. I think that's going to hold. Get a stick like this and put it just like that so it's a little more level. And get rid of this. Yes, you're leaving scent, but they're rutting for at least a couple weeks anyways. That ain't good enough. Okay, flushed you out. Bust you out. Anything that moves, man. Trigger that stupid camera. Okay, then you want to make it straight, just like that. Throw those over there. If it ain't good, I'll move it tomorrow. That's how she goes. Let's roll. Oh, yeah, you see they're bedding. This is all CRP, and I'm sure there's probably something bedded in it. You can see where I drove the tractor through here. Drive through this stuff, see what kind of, this is all food plot corn here. Yeah, and you can see it's been eaten up there. It's hanging here. I mean, it's dry, but see the cobs aren't hanging yet. They're still up. So about another week or two, and they'll be hanging. And actually about half of them are. There's tonnage here. There's a lot of grain here. Come rifle season, when all the crops are gone, make no mistake, this is where they'll be, and that's by design. Get some RPMs on this situation. There's my quote-unquote building site, and I still don't have a date for them to come back. It's going to be interesting. I told her on the phone, I says, I tell you what, I know you're over in Wilkes-Barre, and they don't get lake effect snow, but we sure do. You wait till December, and I may not get a building till April, so just saying.